Stay with me as we expand our knowledge with videos from all over the internet that's going to make you question reality. Let's just that.
The way a man pursues you is a demonstration of his entire work ethic. That is just one bomb dropped in this
That's
clip
not true.
from Christian Walker. Watch this.
That's
When a man
definitely
won't
not
put the
true.
work in to pursue you, he's telling you he's not a man, he's a princess. A man's job is to work. For centuries, a man went to a woman's family and begged for her hand in marriage. He brought gifts, he tried to show he had more resources than the other men he was competing with,
She's even
and
acting
he had
like a
to
girl.
prove with documentation
I haven't
that
said
he could
she,
provide
alright?
before he
She's
even
acting
got
like a girl.
access
That's
to a
crazy.
woman. But now, men take selfies and post them on Instagram and say they're the prize. When he's telling you he doesn't chase, he's telling you he's not ambitious. He doesn't see
not
things
true.
he wants and commit
Can you
to
take
getting
something
it.
from
No,
gay?
he wants to sit back, relax, kick his feet up, and send you out to do the dirty work. The way a man pursues you is a demonstration of his work ethic, and it will affect your entire future with him. Is he willing to step up? Is he willing to put the work in to build something for you and your family? Or is he going to be in his princess energy? Men think they're doing something when they say they don't chase and other men clap for them, but all it really shows is maybe they prefer attention from other men.
If every single high school and college made this video required viewing for girls, we would have a different country.
A cheat code that not enough people talk about is how much you can learn about the man you're interested in by paying attention to what he feeds on. It goes without saying you are what you eat. So you can tell where this man is headed and where he plans on taking you before you even hop in the car, baby. Just pay attention. What is he reading? Does he read? What is he studying? Does he study? If he's listening to podcasts all day, what is he listening to? And more importantly, who is he listening to? What type of music does he listen to? Who are his friends? You can get a peek not only into his mind, but into his future by paying attention to his daily habits and what he is feeding on. I'm gonna be honest. I can tell where my husband
Makes
is
sense,
headed
that's
by
true.
his YouTube search history, by the books on his bookshelf, by the way he spends his time, by the things that he studies, how often he's at the mosque, who his friends are, how often they speak and what they speak about. It can even go as far as looking at his friends and what they're doing. Have they committed themselves to God? Have they committed themselves to a woman? And I'm talking about marriage. What are they reposting on social media? I'm trying to tell you, scroll through his Instagram feed and that'll tell you everything you need to know. Scroll through his call log and that'll tell you everything you need to know. Check out his bookshelf if he has one. I'm telling you, ladies, you do not always have to hop in the car with a man to see where he's headed. His daily habits, we love to text, okay? See what he's doing throughout his day. See what he's doing in the span of 7 days. And within that time period, what is he feeding on? Is he feeding on anything? Or is he just going based off of vibes? I'm just saying, is he trying to grow? Is he feeding on anything to alter and better his reality? Because he can't love you more than he loves himself. He can't want more for you than he wants for himself. I'm just saying, do not shoot the messenger. You already know I had to tell you that because I love you, girl. And you do not have to hop in the
Some
car with
facts
this
in it,
man
yeah.
to see where he plans to take you. You can look at his life and see where he plans on taking himself. What are his plans for himself? That will tell you everything you need to know. What is he feeding on? You are what you eat. Do with that what you will. I just want the best for the girlies in 2025. I know the girlies are trying to find their forever. I know the girlies are trying to become wives, and I don't want you wasting your time, girl.
Nothing makes me sadder than telling somebody you want to be with them and you're willing to work it out no matter what. Like, that is your person. They say, I don't want to be with you. They give up. Time passes by. They come up. Hey, you know what? I fucked up. I want to be with you. I love you. I care about you. I can't do this. I can't live without you.
Stay gone.
Thank you so much for saying that, but I would rather move on. I don't need somebody to get out there, experience life, do stuff with other people, spin the block, do whatever the hell they do, come back to me and then go, hey, you know what, Tay? I think I want this now. I think I'm ready. I'm good. When I'm more than willing to do whatever it takes to be with you and come for you and love you. You could be depressed. You could be going through it. I will pick your head up, hold you high, and make sure that you know I got you. But once you decide to leave me and walk out the door, please stand on that decision. God bless you. I wish you the best. But it makes me so sad that people don't realize your worth when they have you. Adios.
Amigos.
Do women cheat the most on their job? Women usually find their partners on their job, like police, hospital, like anywhere where there's a lot of men, women tend to find their partner there. So what she'll do, she'll go to work on her off there, pretend she's going to work, and then she'll leave her car at the job and go with the man. That's how women cheat. Women usually leave their house pretending they're going to work and go meet up with their boo thing, but there's always somebody on their job. That's where women cheat. That's where women find their partner the most to cheat on you with. It's at a workplace. Okay? So if you see a woman keeps going to work, even on her off day, then she's cheating on you. Okay? She's cheating on you.
Why the old soul is often isolated from romantic relationships. Have you ever looked around and been like, why is everyone else getting married? Maybe they're on their third marriage, third kid, and you're like, I can't even get past date number 4. And maybe you're even thinking, there's something wrong with me. Why can't I find love? But the truth is, you're the chosen one. When you have a divine mission, you have a higher purpose or a calling, you will often attract wound mates over and over and over again before you call in your most compatible partner. Which means you've most likely gone for the most toxic, narcissistic, borderline, or full-blown psychopaths. Or jumped from unavailable person to unavailable person. This is because you were getting prepped. You needed certain wounds to get activated for you to become the person that you came here to be. Dating has been more like a training ground to shape you and mold you so that you could get out there and serve. And for most of the old souls, they don't meet their 10 out of 10 partner until a little bit later in life. So if you, in particular, want to line up with your dream partner, here's what you need to do. You need to go all in on your purpose. You need to step into your thought leadership role and start leading your niche from your authority. When you build your empire, your dream partner will come flying in.
True that.
Period.
I like that.
Ladies, you know what? I felt like telling y'all something today. And this is what I'm going to say. Stay away from toxic dick. I know you're probably wondering, Nick, how do we know what's toxic dick and what's not? These niggas are so good at, listen, when I say toxic dick, I don't want y'all to think that that's bad dick. No. The thing about it is toxic dick is good dick. That's the dick that activates the sports mode and you're crazy and have you stuck on a delusional choo-choo train. That's that dick. That's the dick that have you up pacing the floors talking about why the fuck he ain't texting me back and you forgot to even text the nigga. That's the delusional dick. Steer clear of that kind of dick. Now you're wondering, damn Nick, how the fuck do we know this? How do we separate these kind of niggas that got toxic dick? First of all, they don't talk about their dick. They don't talk about it. These one of them niggas, these the niggas that you just gotta find the fuck out, bitch. You gotta fuck around and find the fuck out. But by the time you already do that, you already stuck on a fucking delusional choo-choo train and there's no motherfucking brakes, bitch. It's all gas. It's all go. It's just how the fuck it is. Oh my God, and don't let him have some phenomenal neckulator. Oh my God. Let me say this. Fellas, you toxic motherfuckers that know y'all toxic and y'all watching this and y'all laughing, talk about how I'm not toxic. Yes, the fuck you is. Yes, the fuck you is. And you know your dick toxic. And you know you activate fucking sports mode crazy and have us stuck on a fucking Delulu train. Then you gonna act like you don't know about a fucking fucking shit. Frickety frack. The fuck.
When a narcissist is cheating on you with multiple people, they become mean to the one they're married to. They intentionally act cruel so they don't have to give you any time, making you stop expecting anything from them. This allows them to spend quality time with the people they are cheating with. But it's not just about avoiding you. It's about training you to accept neglect. Every fight, every insult, every moment they make you feel unwanted is deliberate. They need you to stop asking questions, stop needing their attention, and stop existing as an emotional priority. They create a toxic cycle where you are too drained to suspect them, too hurt to demand better, and too conditioned to leave. They start unnecessary fights, say things that shatter your self-esteem, and then disappear for hours under the pretense of needing peace. In reality, they're going undercover. The saddest part is that you believe they were off, working, busy, or following whatever excuse they fed you because that's exactly what they trained you to do. And just when your gut starts whispering that something isn't right, they flip the script. They accuse you. Suddenly, you're the suspicious one, the insecure one, the untrusting one. They project their own actions onto you so forcefully that you spend more time defending yourself than questioning them.
It is the women that slightly scare the shit out of the men they date that are treated the absolute best. This delusional thought that your self-abandoning behaviors are going to be rewarded with princess treatment is the very thing that is sabotaging you. You have to understand that it is the attitude you have about yourself that another person is going to adopt. The more you do for yourself, the more others want to do for you. The more you do for others, the more they will disrespect you. Understand that people value what they work for. So let them work for your time, your attention, your energy, your body. And I know what you're going to say, Ally, I know somebody who knows somebody, got together on the first night and now they've been married for 10 years. Well, Merry Christmas and happy birthday to you. I also know somebody who was in a devastating car accident, but they miraculously survived despite not wearing a seatbelt. But every time I get into a car, I wear my seatbelt because I am self-aware enough to know that the vast majority of the time, I am not going to be the exception. I am going to be the rule. Men do not respond to words. They respond to actions and no contact. Why do you think men take you seriously when you have one foot out the door, your bags are packed, and you are gone? It's because you have to serve consequences, not threats. No, if you continue to do this, I'm leaving. No, pack up your stuff. We're going. You have that kind of mentality, people are never going to play with you. Promise.
I'm going to give you a little legal tip that's going to help you when it comes to dating or other aspects of your life. Very early on in law school, you learn that there's a difference between something being necessary and something being sufficient. Just because something's necessary doesn't mean it's sufficient. What does this mean? Just because something exists does not mean that it's enough to bring about a series of events. Create a list. What is necessary for a man to get access to you? Kindness, integrity, respect, good morning text. And the next time that you want to get so hyped, look at that list and say, is what he doing just necessary, like just enough? Or is it sufficient to be with me? And 9 out of 10 times you'll realize that things that you're getting so hyped up over, the things that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this, they're just necessary, baby. And necessary does not mean sufficient.
Who you marry matters when you are sick, when you are broke, when you are fucked up, okay? So make sure, ladies, when you go out here marrying these men for their money and for whatever they can give you, they looks, who they are, make sure they got the type of character where they'll wipe your ass and bathe you and feed you when you need to be fed. And same for these men. Make sure that these baddies that y'all dealing with and these bitches that got it going on and got a nice body and fine as fuck and can do it good to you, make sure these the type of women that'll come and feed you and bathe you and clean you and wash you and nurture you and take care of you when you really need them. Because see, having a husband and having a wife is convenient when it's fun, when it's beautiful, when it's love. But when it's fucked up out here and when you done lost a leg or lost a hand or done got into some type of accident that disfigured your face and you really need your spouse and they don't show up for you, that's when it hurts. That's when it's fucked up. That's when you really reanalyze and think about every decision you've ever made in your life. And that's when you really start putting in those values and those morals and ethics and shit. Because you know, the person I'm gonna marry the person that when I need them, they stop everything that they do and they come rescue me and take care of me. I don't give a fuck about what nobody got. Fuck going 50-50. Fuck that. It's like, nigga, listen, if I lose both of my legs, will you lift me to bed every night? Will you make sure I get up to take care of myself? Will you assist me and nurture me back to health? Because that's when it really fucking matters. That's when I really need you. See, some of these men in here, they wives don't ever come in here and take care of them. And I can't see as a woman, why would I ever let another person take care of my husband full time, even as a man? These women being here with MS, all types of, autoimmune diseases, just regular accidents. You don't never see their husbands, you never see their baby daddies, you never see these men that love them and lusted for them when it was all good and beneficial to them.
So back in the day, my homegirl had this boyfriend that I absolutely could not stand, but I never had no solid evidence against him to get her to break up with him until one day I was on Tinder and I saw his profile, but I had swiped left too fast. But I paid the $15 to be on Tinder Gold or Tinder Plus or whatever so I could get that replay. Once I paid the $15, I drove all the way to Houston to her apartment to show him that he was on Tinder and cheated on her. He was at the apartment at the time, asleep. And instead of her just waking him up and kicking him out and breaking up with him, we went to Dollar Tree and bought a whole bunch of snacks and put it in his gas tank while he was asleep. Then she went inside of his house while I hid in the guest bathroom and she told him, yeah, I know you was on Tinder or whatever. You need to get out. And, basically, I'm done with you. He went downstairs to try to crank his car up, but he couldn't. We didn't know he had a security camera like inside of his car, and he saw everything that we did, and he came beating on the door. He was like, y'all bitches owe me some money, my car is total, X, Y, and Z. But we were screaming through the door, get it back in blood, we ain't paying for shit. He told us that he was gonna get his cousins to come beat our asses, but we just thought that he was just saying some shit out of anger. So we went to sleep that night, woke up, got ready to leave out of her apartment complex, walked down the stairs. There his cousin was, and they beat the fuck out of us.
You guys, right?
They whooped our fucking asses.
Because why would he do that? It's crazy.
Moral of the story: do not be telling nobody to get it back in blood unless you...
I'm 30 and I'm divorced. Looking back, there are some red flags I wish I noticed before getting married. And here are the 3 red flags I'll be looking out for in my next partner. First, lack of empathy and emotional awareness. High EQ is a must. Your partner's ability to comprehend your words and emotions are crucial to the relationship. And it goes the same way for themselves. As in, if they're unable to comprehend their own feelings, you're gonna have to end up playing their therapist. And that ain't fun. Second, boundary issues. As so many people talk about these days, boundaries are non-negotiable. You need to set your boundaries, whether that be emotional, physical, financial, or whatever it is, and your partner needs to be able to respect it. If they don't, the relationship might not be sustainable. And honestly, relationship feels so much smoother when you focus on not doing what others dislike. Third, and the last, lifestyle mismatch. Opposites might attract, but shared rhythm makes your life so much easier. Take it from me, I'm a morning person. My ex was a night owl. This means that when I'm awake, he's asleep. And when he's awake, I'm half dead. And over time, these small differences can add up to something bigger. So make sure you have a shared lifestyle because these reduce frictions along the way. These are some of the red flags I learned along the way. I hope sharing these help you reflect on your relationship needs.
You've been cutting hair for 18 years. You see a lot of cheating?
Yes, I've had people tell me they're more loyal to me as a hairdresser than they are their husbands. So I had a client come in and she was getting her hair blown out and I asked her where she was going and she said out to dinner at such and such restaurant, which is at the other end of the shopping center I work in. So I happened to be going there also with a couple of my friends and I see her out and I introduced myself to the person she was with when I went over to say hello. They were kissing, hand on the thigh, and didn't think anything of it. Thought it was just her husband because I knew she was married. I thought they were just having a little date night. She comes in a couple weeks later, another blowout. This time a different gentleman comes in and hands her her car keys. And I looked at her, I was like, oh, who was that? She said, that's my husband. So she was I walked in on a date and it was not her husband she was on the date with.
Do you think most of the women whose hair you cut cheat on their husbands, or is it just like a select few?
I think there's a select few and a select type. I don't want to stereotype, but there is a definitely a type.
Are y'all ready for an insane story time that's literally actively taking place as I record this video?
Actively taking place, okay.
So I agreed to join someone at their place for a real chill evening. Movies, card games, couple of cocktails, harmless. I've known this guy for a couple of years. It's been an on and off kind of situation. Nothing has ever transpired. It's literally like we're basically nothing, right? So I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm just here chilling. So I arrive and his loft or apartment complex is connected to a hotel and I see that they have coffee and I'm like, oh, like I'm actually tired, I could use a cup of coffee. So I order my coffee and we're waiting for my coffee when he says, oh, my ex is about to walk this way. I said, your ex? He's like, yeah, my ex. I said, oh, does she live here? He says, yeah, she lives here. I said, oh, interesting. So she walks past and he's like, Ashton. He's calling her name and she's ignoring him. And I said, oh, she must be upset. She must be upset because you're with another girl. Are y'all not cool? He says, we were cool up until now, I guess. And I said, oh, damn. So we let it go. So 5 minutes later, I get my coffee and we walk to the elevator. We see her again. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Again. So he says, he tries to talk to her again. He's like, Ashton. And she's like, I'm good. And she's like, this is Cameron. She's like, I don't care. He says she knows about you. And she's like, I could care less. and her elevator opens. I swear, this is like a movie. Her elevator opens and we get on a separate elevator. So we go into his unit immediately. I sit down my stuff and he says, I need to go talk to her. It's been 30 minutes.
You gotta go, man.
And I'm just waiting for him to get back. But I'm about to leave, obviously, because this is hella disrespectful.
Is it?
Hella. Honestly, the only reason why I have not left yet is because I need him to reimburse me for the liquor that I bought that he already told me he was going to reimburse me for. And also he Ubered me here. I need him to Uber me back. Like, I'm already taking an L. I'm not taking a financial L either. No. And if I was not tired and I didn't stop and get this coffee, none of this would have transpired. Everything happens for a reason, baby. I'm good regardless. Okay, guys, I've had enough. It's been 40 minutes. I'm literally just about to leave. Like,
please stop spending your money on these women. Taking them on dates, buying them gifts, trying to impress them. They don't like you, okay? And it's a terrible financial mistake. Let me show you why.
Let's start by saying that this concept should be very well understood by everyone, okay? I'm just going to show you mathematically why it's an awful decision. So we're just going to start off with literally a basic relationship plane, all right? So right here, this is the line that shows what a woman will expect from you, what she will try to make you do to win her over or spend time with her, have access to her in any regard, okay? And yes, it is downward sloping. This one means attraction level, how much the woman likes you. That could be sexually, romantically, anything that is driving her to want to have access to you, okay? So obviously, attraction level and expectation, they have an opposite relationship, right? Inverse relationship. So the more a woman is attracted to you, the less she will expect from you. So, okay, maybe you didn't buy her the perfect gift that she wanted, but she's just happy you thought about her at all, okay? Or maybe, you know, you didn't spend $200 on that date like social media says you're supposed to. You only spent $50, but really she's just happy to be there, okay? So,
you really want to know how to detach and move on from somebody? Then we need to start to see what the narrative that you've created about them is. Are you seeing them for who they actually are? No, they're not the most amazing person in your life. They're not the one that got away. This is an emotionally unavailable person who triggered the fuck out of your nervous system. So if you are finding yourself stuck on somebody, I can't move on from them, start to look at the narrative that you've created. What are you saying about them? They are better than me. I'm not worthy of them. I knew I wasn't deserving. I knew they'd find somebody else. So at the end, it's actually not even about them. It's about how they made us feel. Take the shine off of them and make them a real fucking person. Start to see their flaws and start to acknowledge that that doesn't work for you. There's more out there than somebody who will not commit to you, doesn't know how to fucking communicate, and gaslights the shit out of you to make you feel like you are fucking insane for asking for the bare minimum. You deserve better than that.
Yes, a promiscuous woman can be saved. Should a man get into a relationship, though, with the formerly promiscuous woman now that she's had this spiritual renewal? I get this question a lot. Short answer is no.
No.
Despite a spiritual change, she still brings unnecessary emotional baggage, a lifetime of experience with other men that overshadows her current and future relationships, and a personality that is fundamentally impulsive. This means she'll be emotionally unstable, struggle with delayed gratification, and generally be more neurotic than a woman who had never been promiscuous. However, most men are asking this question after they've already gotten involved with such a woman. That's why they never come out and ask the question plainly, but always frame it as a question of forgiving the woman or asking, doesn't she deserve a husband, or something along those lines. This is because they're already in the relationship and they're trying to backfill justification since they're naturally uneasy about making a commitment to such a woman. If you're in that situation, ask yourself this: would she have dated you back when she still had seemingly limitless options? Not would she have slept with you. She was giving that away like Halloween candy. Would she have dropped all of her other options for you back then and made a commitment to you? If not, you're a security blanket for her now. That's all. Well, you'll say, back then she hadn't found God yet. However, back then, before she got all spiritual, there was one or two guys that she would have dropped everything for. She didn't need God to convince her those guys were what she wanted. But you're part of the rescue plan. That wild, freaky desire she gave those other men, you're not getting that. You get the toned down, reform girl stuff reserved for nice guys who go to church.
I asked men today why they date less attractive women after fumbling the love of their life, and they told me. But it's like kind of sad, but I think it's worth sharing. An overwhelming amount of people said that it was because they felt like they already experienced like the love of their life and never want to do it again. Was not expecting this. And this part was actually so sad. He said that it doesn't matter if the woman broke it off or if he broke it off, like he still feels responsible for letting this love die. Therefore, he is going to go date below standards so that he's not reminded of this again. They said after fumbling, they just don't want to date attractive, and dating less attractive just makes it seem more manageable. They're taking a no risk approach. But then I asked them, like, don't you feel silly? Don't you feel silly making yourself look stupid just because you don't want to face rejection? And he said, yup. Again, just another example of them knowing how they look. I'll move out of the way for this, but I guess it really just comes down to control and wanting to feel like you're more in control.
Okay. Makes sense.
I don't know, you guys. I think this is kind of sad.
When I tell you, I literally became a whole different person after this man cheated on me and I stayed with him. Because, babe, after all this happened, I was all happy. I was all giddy. I love this man so much. And then after finding out and deciding to stay with him because I didn't want to start over with someone new, when I tell you my whole perception of this man completely changed, like I could not look at him the same anymore. I could not see him as that loving, caring person, that trusting, loyal boyfriend. And I'm not saying I didn't love this man anymore after he did that to me, but I could not look at him the same. I could not trust him the same like I did before. And when I tell you I was miserable out of my fucking mind, I could not forget the things that he did. I could not forget the stuff that I found in his phone. You think it was a battle between me and him? No. Every day it was a constant battle between me and myself. Me feeling insecure about every little thing about myself. Me not believing a word he said when he called me the most beautiful girl. My whole perception of this man and myself completely changed. And even if this man changed, never cheated on me again, never did all that stuff again, I could never look at him the same. Because why the fuck would I want to stay with a man that put me through that shit?
If you're not gonna do what I say, I don't want to date you. There, I said it. Unfortunately, I do like men that want me to boss them around. I do. Really? You the head of the household, but I'm the fucking boss. You clock into the house, which is mine. Like,
I seen a post the other day and Dog was like, you as a woman are masculine, so you can't be surprised if you're coming across men that are DL. Right? You're coming across soft DL men. So when you hear a woman talking like this, super rowdy, don't want to listen to a man, doesn't like a man's authority, she wants to control the man instead, who does this sound like?
Jezebel.
Queen Jezebel. In the Bible, Jezebel wants to destroy the prophets. These are strong men, God-fearing men. She wants to destroy you. She realizes that these guys aren't easy targets, so who does she go for? Guys like Ahab. King Ahab, he was weak. He's considered weak in the Bible. He's one of the weak kings. So she goes there and she can control him and does whatever she wants to do. So if you're dealing with a woman like this, bro, you just might have the spirit of Ahab. Jezebel had her husband, King Ahab, sitting here, right? She had him on puppet strings, worshiping false gods, making bad decisions, doing everything that he's not supposed to do, especially as king, right? That's what Jezebel does. She wants to control you. And if you're weak enough, then so be it, bro. It's on you. As a man, bro, if you don't got a backbone out here, bro, you're food to them.
True
You're
that.
food to Jezebels. They're everywhere. You're food. You're a fish in a shark tank, bro. You're food. Be a fucking man, bro.
Sometimes you gotta let these men go be with their type. I remember when I was doing hair, I had a client that real pretty girl. She was a nurse. She had really worked hard to get to where she's at, etc., etc. So she starts dealing with this new guy. He's a real cute guy, but he was down bad on his luck. Didn't have a car, didn't have a place to stay. He was living with his mama, etc., etc. So later on down the conversation, she tells me that the man is like cheating on her, but he keeps cheating on her with the same female, but the same female, like she's
comparing herself to this female. She like, well, I'm bad as fuck and I got this going for myself, I got that going for myself, and this bitch a bum, she live in the hood, she ain't got a car, you know, she got umpteen kids and blah blah blah, like not cute, etc etc. And she was just like, I don't understand like what he see in her and blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh, I see what he sees in her, and I see exactly why he's cheated on you. And she gasped a little bit, but I'm like, you basically just told me that both of them are bums. Like attracts like, baby. And sometimes men will feel very emasculated next to you just because you got a crazy hustle hand and he ain't got shit going for himself. So he needs to go over there with Keisha that's making him feel validated, because she don't have shit going for herself either. She's beneath him or at his level, and that's what he likes. And this is why I say alignment and dating is so important, because people will try to hurt you and will try to dim your light because they don't have shit going for themselves. So go ahead and let that man go be with that girl. You need to tell him, look, I can't compete where I don't compare. I can't compete with a bum because I'm not a bum. So go ahead and be with your type, and once you get your shit together, don't hit me up.
And we've come to the end of the video. Interesting video, very interesting, and somehow strange and bizarre with some of their ideologies, but yeah, in all it was a good one. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also share with your friends, and also click on the notification bell icon so that any video that I post, you will be the first to get it. Adios amigos, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.